Good morning, everyone. Today is Wednesday, November 22nd, and today we will cover the trades made by YieldMax ETF Fund, TSLY, TSLY, and we will now also cover, CONY, which is Coney, to an extent. So let's get to it. But before, obviously, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This video is for fun and entertainment, so do your own research. All right, so TSLY. By the way, happy Thanksgiving Eve. I know for you young people out there, it's the biggest party night of the year. So go enjoy. All right. I'll be in bed by 8 or 8:30 if I'm crazy. Anyway, so let's get to it. There were no trades yesterday, in short. So no trades for TSLY, but I don't even care about that. I'm happy that they finally updated their website to include, to include the actual holdings to see, what's there. So sorry, my formulas, of course, I don't update my formulas until now, but because that's how it is, right? I'm updating the spreadsheet at night in the middle of the chaos, and here we are today fixing it. All right, so no addition to the 240 synthetic, but if you look, Tesla actually cleared the 240. Tesla is at 241.20 as of the close. Our strike, again, with the synthetic is 240, so this is great. Currently, if we closed it out today, though, overall, it would be a debit. We would not be in profit, and that's due to the price points of where we got in on some of these. So, which is fine. It's, 10 million debit. It's actually not that bad. So as Tesla recovers even more, we'll be in a net credit for the synthetic position. But this expires in, January. So January something. I don't even have the expiration date on here now that I think about it. But yeah, this expires in January. So they're likely not going to do anything for this before the end of the year. The calls, no activity. Right? Nothing new. Okay? Nothing to talk about. Crazy face. Again, overall, our weekly calls, we have a debit of 64 million. So we are not, making money on the weekly calls. But lucky for us, we have the synthetic. So we made money on that. Again, that's covered in the last tab. But let's continue. No closed positions. Nothing to cover there. Let's see what's active. Currently, we have 1,650 contracts at a 235 strike. Obviously, we blew past that. So that's 2.57% in the money, which is fine. We can roll that. That's not that many contracts, compared to the overall. We have 140 contracts at 242.50. We're still out of the money on that, 0.54% out of the money. And then we have 30,505 contracts with a strike price of 255, and we still have a cushion, a 5.72% cushion. And we have today, tomorrow's closed, the trading is closed, and Friday I believe it's a half day. So I think trading closes at 1 p.m. on Friday. So this is the 5% is more than enough, I think. Obviously they can hit that in a day, but we'll see how it goes. I don't know if a lot of people are buying on Thanksgiving week. So down below, I added this section. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue to keep it, but again, this is just the allocation of all the contracts and how much, based on my calculation, the stock, the TSLY stock can go up. So I'm showing, the cap percentage. If you look in, column C, that's how much it can go up for each. So if you take their percentage of the allocation, long story short, we still have a 60-cent possible, increase in price, on the horizon. So we'll see how this week goes. Speaking of price, our favorite tab here, Tesla went up look at this, guys. Tesla went up 2.38%. TSLY went up 2.38%. Awesome. That deserves a damn round of applause. So this just shows, okay, yes, it mimics the price of Tesla, and it does 100% when it's out of the money. Even though we have one in the money, most of it's out of the money, but we got that full, we got that full amount. We gained 27 cents. I'll take it, baby. 2.38% gain for both. Again, overall, Tesla is beating Tesla for the month by 14%. Because, from the earlier days. But still, yesterday, again, if we have another day like yesterday, guess what? We're likely going to match it 1-to-1 on that too. So I'll take another gain. Let's hope Tesla is green today, guys. Let's hope. Cash and treasuries. Not much here, guys. Not much. Overall, the net change is 185,000. Again, shift in movement, shift in price. That's it. There was no purchases. There was no synthetics added. There was no calls added. It's just movement in price and the value of each existing fund. Monthly totals, there was no movement in the shares either. So nothing changed here. But as I mentioned earlier in the video, our synthetics, we have synthetic income this month, and it was 166 million. So if you take that and you clear out the debit of 64 million, we're at 102 million, which if you take that against the outstanding shares, 100% payout is $1.53, 90% payout is $1.38. Again, I'll repeat this. I don't know what happened on the prior months, so there could be a debit lingering that this will offset against. I assume there's no existing credits lingering at this point because in September they made a payment from capital. So we'll see what happens. No predictions yet for me on the distribution, but you kind of get the gist of where this is going. So no total impact, no changes there that would affect the price. So what's next? Let's look at Coney. So Coney, and I'll show you my new spreadsheet, which has Coney. But long story short, they're 8% in the money with the majority of their contracts. They added 175 new contracts yesterday with a $111 strike, which is 5.22% out of the money. But that expires next week. They have 3,430 contracts expiring this Friday that they'll have to roll. I don't know what they'll do. I don't know if they'll pick the same strike. I don't know if they'll move it up. They're going to probably, take a loss on that. So coin price is currently at $105. IV is 64%. If I do the same calculation as below, there's really no room for gain. However, they did gain. So let's take a look at the new YieldMax spreadsheet, Coney version. And if you look, Coney went up 0.0. Actually, no. Coin is on the right. So Coin went down 0.57% for the day. Coney went up 0.08%. So that was okay. But the day before, I think, is what I meant to say. I was confused how they had any gains. Because they went up 2.58% to Coin's 7.12%. And they didn't have room for that. But it could be time value and the options expiring. I'm not sure. But either way, yesterday they had a gain, but that's probably because they made premium. They got a credit for selling another call. All right. So yeah, this is how I'm going to lay out the new version of the spreadsheet. As you can see, I have the price on the same page. And now I'm adding, okay, there's a new call expiring 12/1, 175 contracts. Open price was 234. Strike price 111. Again, 5.22% out of the money. Call credit 40,950, and then I'll have a running total, etc. And then I'll have cash and treasuries on the right. Again, this is a work in progress as I continue to slowly begin to monitor Coney, and then I will add TSLY to this mix. I'm not sure. Again, I'm going to have to track the synthetics in a separate tab, unfortunately, and I'm debating on the active tab. That's one of my favorite tabs where I pretty much just discuss where we stand. I may have to keep that. I'm assuming you guys would want me to keep that too. Again, I'm just trying to keep this as simple as possible for me so I don't get overwhelmed and I can't deliver these videos to you. But anyway, that's it. That's it for today. Again, we have TSLY looking pretty good. Coney, not so much, but let's if you own, let me go back to the active Coney tab. If you own Coney, you're good. Your average is up, so you can handle a coin decrease right now. If coin goes down to 100, it's going to be much easier to roll these 97s, right? So we should kind of root for that in a way. I know, we're all greedy. We want coin to go up, but let's this week, let's let them roll this a little out of the money, and then let's let coin appreciate next week, right? If that makes sense. Again, I do own coin, but a very small portion, and the reason that is I'm not averaging up, and I'm up. I'm up on that. My cost basis is less than the current price. So, and my rule is I'm not averaging up on these funds. I will wait, till it's below my average, then I'll buy in. If it's never going to be below my average, then I guess what? I'm never going to buy it again. But that's fine because my yield on cost will keep growing as Coney goes up. So hopefully that makes sense. Okay, guys, little bonus content here. KURV, the YieldMax competitor, actually announced their distributions yesterday. So if you look, I made a spreadsheet for them similar to my other. Launch date for TSLP was 10/27, which I'm assuming, by the way, that's the same launch date for the others. I didn't even check because I was rushing, but if you guys think it's different, let me know. I'm pretty sure they're all launched in the same date. So again, they have TSLP, which the underlying is Tesla, AAPY, the underlying is Apple, AMZP, the underlying is Amazon, GOOP or Goop, the underlying is Google, and NFLP, underlying being Netflix, and MSFY, the underlying being Microsoft. So, okay, I have the similar information, just like my YieldMax sheet, but let's get to it. Let's just go to what they're paying. So, November, this month, they're going to pay 57 cents TSLP, 32 cents the Apple one, 32 cents the Amazon one, Google one, 26 cents, Netflix one, 43 cents, and Microsoft 26. So the TSLY one is the clear winner. Second place belongs to Netflix, and then third is kind of a tie between Apple and Amazon. So let's see what their yield is, though. Their current yield, TSLP is looking at 24.59%. That's pretty good considering it hasn't even been a full month because, as you saw on the launch date, 10/27, it's not even a full month worth of calls. So this number should actually go up. Second place, Netflix, 18%, pretty respectable. Apple and Amazon, again, the close third, 14%. And the reason that's pretty much the same, if you look at their 52-week low and 52-week high, right? Columns N and O. They're pretty much, in the current stock prices, column L. They are pretty much maintaining their price. They're almost at the high. So people are going to love to see that. And I think that's pretty good. My issue is I already own TSLY, I own AMZ, and I own Netflix, right? So this could be a chance for me maybe to buy the Apple one, right? Because Apple has not impressed me. Their yield is kind of like the same as this, honestly. So if I can keep more capital through this methodology, again, they sell calls pretty much 1 month out or even more, I believe. So they're moving the price way up so they can capture a lot of the capital gains. So this is a different strategy. And before you ask, no, I cannot cover this one. I can't cover this one daily, nor is it a daily one. This would actually be easy because it's monthly, or how often they decide to add new contracts. But I just can't cover it. I could do maybe a monthly check-in where I just review the website, I review these prices and things like that. But that's it. But anyway, what do you guys think of KURV payouts? And do you like these funds? Do you own these funds, or will you buy these funds? And does KURV how is KURV compared to you know, the YieldMax funds? Look at these 1-year spark lines. I know they're not around a year, but that's their chart. Up. Their chart is up. Win, win, win. So great job for all you KURV owners. I'm sure you're very happy. I do not own any of these at the moment. I will consider. And we'll see how this goes. All right, guys, that's a long video. I'm gonna cover QQQY today because I'm very excited about something I'm adding on that sheet. But if you enjoyed this content, as always, you know, hit that like button. It helps. I believe it helps the YouTubes and the algorithms, and it gets, you know, maybe my video pops up a little more. I don't know. Then if you have any questions, leave in the comments. And as always, not financial advice. All right, do your own research. Have a great day, everyone. And I'll talk to you soon.